Welcome back. So, if wearing my fighting animal testing shirt here, I got from Lush a while back. I like this one a lot. It was the first time they said that actually sold a T-shirt. I'm like, but it's rabbits. I love rabbits. Anyways, that being said, we're going to talk about the Jays. So, last I talked to all you fine people on the internet about baseball, the Jays were done. They had come out of a 4-game series against Texas, which was an embarrassment. Now that we have buried them, let's go ahead and unbury them and talk about how, you know what, this was a great bounce back for them. So they meet up with the Boston Red Sox, who they've had some struggles against this year. And they came out of this one with a couple of narrow victories, but unlike another sport that I cover, when you win an extra innings, it doesn't matter. It's still considered a win and a loss. So to start this series with Boston, they get the pitching they needed in the previous series. They also get a 3-run game. Berrios ends up going 7 innings in the first game, 8 strikeouts. That's the kind of game that they needed. And then in the second game, they won it in 13 innings by a score of 4-3. Today they made it dramatic, and I have to say I was really nervous that they might lose it because I was watching this game and I was like, all right, so the Jays are going to win this. And I said it out loud, and then the Red Sox tied it. But in the bottom of the ninth inning, Chapman with a double, so the walk-off, and the Jays are right now in a playoff spot. Yep, 83 and 67. They are a half a game ahead of the Texas Rangers, who clearly, after leaving Toronto, took their foot off the gas, had problems in Cleveland and whatnot. They're now 82 and 67, so they're half a game back of Toronto. And the Mariners have fallen off a bit. They're 81 and 68, so the Mariners sitting a game and a half behind the Toronto Blue Jays as well. So for the Red Sox, this really takes them out of it. They're now 74 and 76. They're 2 and 8 in their last 10. And yeah, that's basically it for them. For the Jays, now that their playoff hopes are alive again, it really is Schrodinger's cat with this team. They go on the road. They play the Yankees. Now the Yankees will be tough at home. The Yankees are currently 76 and 60 or 76 and 74. They are 6.5 games back of a wild card spot. So they're not technically out of it, but 6.5 games back with 12 games left is about as close to being out of it without actually being out of it that you can get. But of course, if you're the Yankees, you can also pull the Jays out with a 3-game sweep at home. So we'll see how it goes. But then after that, the Jays move on to the 3-game set in Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay currently 92 and 59. So the Tampa Rays having another great year, overshadowed a little bit by the Orioles. How good is this division, right? This division's ridiculous. But at any rate, then the Jays come home and they have 6 at home. So this is a 6-game road trip, and then they come home for 6. 3 against the Yankees, 3 against the Rays. So hopefully, if you're a Jays fan, you're excited about seeing the Yankees. You're excited about seeing the Rays because you're not going to see anybody else until the playoffs should the Blue Jays get there. But it does look a lot brighter right now in terms of their chances of making the playoffs than it did 3 years ago. 3 years ago. 3 days ago. Sure, days, years. What is it? What is time anymore? But anyways, the Jays are now 41 and 34 at home, and they're 42 and 33 on the road. This is nice. I remember looking not too long ago and seeing that their home record wasn't nearly as good as their road record. Now they're about even. So we'll see how they do on this 6-game road trip to close out their road part of the schedule. And then we've got the 6 games at home. But again, it has to feel a lot better for Toronto at this point. It is worthy of pointing out that the Red Sox do not have as good of a record as, say, Texas. So we continue to have this discussion about the Jays against teams that have good records. But the Yankees at 76 and 74, if they were to sweep the Yankees at home, then they're 76 and 77. So there you go. If they do win the 6 games against the Yankees, or say 5 out of 6 against the Yankees, that gives them a pretty good chance. And then I would think in the 6 games against Tampa, they'd need to win probably 2 or 3 of those. If they split those 6 games against Tampa, they're probably in a playoff spot in a few weeks' time, and we're talking about the Jays and playoffs. So we'll see how it goes. But I felt like if I didn't do a video today after they get the 3-game series sweep over Boston, after doing a video a few days ago when they were swept in 4 games by Texas, it wouldn't be a good look. And I felt like, no, I can't do that. I have to acknowledge this team has absolutely turned it around. It probably saves the manager's job for now and makes the GM look a little bit better as well. We'll see whether or not Atkins and Schneider are redeemed by this team's performance going forward. But these 3 games against Boston, yeah, it worked. And they get the extra inning win here. They get the walk-off win here in the bottom of the ninth. Those are huge, and we'll see if that carries over and what it does for their confidence. So let me know your thoughts. Are you back on the bandwagon for the Jays, or are you saying, you know what? Nah. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below as always. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. You just happened upon this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, for all your support. I will talk to you again soon.